kind of, I don't, what would you say is kind of the kind of basics of that piece? What were you trying to articulate in that?
So at that time, I was 29, 30, something like that. And I was fully grappling with a thing that had been sort of somewhere in the periphery of my Bright Eyes fandom since the very beginning, which was like when I was 19, I think. I had my brother's friend who was just like always the like cool music viaduct for me. Like I thought like Weezer was indie, and he would like introduce me to, Joanna Newsom or whatever. Like he just really
Sweet.
was tapped into that at a different level. And he, in like a full like garden state kind of moment, was just like, you have to hear this, and like put on something vague for me, which I'd never heard Conor Roberts before. And just like within 20 seconds of it, I was just like, oh, this is going to be a problem. Like there's just something in the quality of his voice or the song or something that just like was a puzzle piece in my brain and body for me.
Now and again, it seems worse than it is, but mostly.
But even from then, I was always aware that there was something a tiny bit like, it wasn't like liking Pavement or something. Like it rubbed some people the wrong way. There was something a tiny bit not cool about it. And there was a feeling, sort of a fear of mine that I was going to outgrow it because I loved his music so much. But I had this sense when I was like going to a lot of shows of his and stuff, like, how am I going to be relating to like Halai Halai or whatever when I'm 25? Like, what is that going to sound like? So by this point, which is like 2010 or 11, when the People's Key was incoming, I felt no longer young. For like, I was approaching 30. And so it felt like I was officially kind of aging out of the acceptable Bright Eyes demographic in my mind. And yet I was super excited about this album. And so the piece, I just wanted to write about not succumbing to that, not pretending to like different stuff than I did in fact like Conor Oberst I knew was embarrassing. And even within the arts, like it's not like he's the most sophisticated musician in the world. Like I've gone through so many phases in my life of wishing I like liked classical music. Like, wouldn't it be cool to like be somebody who is conversant in that? And so this piece was to some extent just like making peace with like, I'm not like that. Like this is what moves me and this is what I love, and deal with it.